I'm Kaye and I'm a late bloomer. Even with all the issues I've had growing heirloom tomatoes, it's still been a rewarding experience. Mainly because I've been able to share my tomato plants and my tomatoes with friends. You can see Mia and Mom Theo stopped by in June for 3 plants. Good helper. And got one of them planted to go. Jill and daughter Avery stopped by in August and went home with a basket full. You can see many of their tomatoes on Late Bloomer Show on Facebook. Anyone who walked by and expressed an interest got a tomato and some basil. In fact, I couldn't give enough basil away. And I got lots of watering help from Zachary. End of August, I was harvesting 5 to 10 pounds a day. I probably gave away 50 pounds of tomatoes. Everybody's been asking me, which ones do you like the best? I did not prune my large barred boar, but gave it the support it needed, and it grew like gangbusters and delivered many pounds of fruit. At one point, I counted 55 medium to large tomatoes on the vine. Planted out on May 21st, they started ripening the 3rd week in July. This is my biggest tomato, and I'm hoping it's a pound. Yes! I harvested my first 1 1/4 pound tomato on August 14th. A week later, there were no more leaves on the vine, but there were 30 good-sized tomatoes, including this whopper. With the Yoder's German yellow finally ripening and the native goldenrod in bloom, the garden was golden Labor Day weekend. Planted out on May 5th, it had taken all summer. Read the dates on the back of your seed packages, because if you're in a short season environment like we are with all the June gloom, you really don't want like a 90-day tomato. I forgave my Yoder's German yellow for making me wait when it delivered this mother load September 9th, including my only 2-pound tomato. It was first to ripen and next to last on the vines. Turkisk Striped Monastery has great flavor for a small tomato, and it produced all summer. Isn't that beautiful? Those monks knew what they were doing. It's a perfect mouthful. Pink Berkeley Tie Dye was divine. This short season variety from Wild Boar Farms was ripening by mid-July. That's beautiful. Wow. The description says green metallic stripes, and it really is metallic. Look at that. Wow. That's probably 3/4 of a pound. Let's see if I'm right. I was right. I mean, I said 3/4 of a pound, and it's over 3/4 of a pound. That's a beauty. This is the plant that got nibbled by the deer and surrounded by the pumpkin in part 2. This is just one of my monster tomato plants. It's got monster tomatoes on it. You see this branch and then this huge load. These are each probably 1/2 pound, or that one's probably a pound. I never discovered what variety it was. A big red tomato was not a variety I thought I seeded, but it was delicious and prolific. Situated in my sunniest spot, the red cherry vine was my rock star. That's just one plant. Early in the season, the fruits were a stunning 2 ounces each, but as the vine dwindled due to powdery mildew, they settled into 1/2 ounce or 1 ounce. My biggest draw Red Cherry will be back next year for a return engagement. I hadn't had time to learn to can, but made lots of salsa from my homegrown tomatoes, jalapeno, and onion. My biggest harvest came on September 3rd, 42 pounds. I could no longer make excuses for not preserving them. 2 days later, I made pasta sauce, tomato jam, and tomato chutney. I also made tomato pie. I had sterilized the jars but was tomatoed out and didn't actually can them. I gave away a few jars and put the rest in the refrigerator. 2 weeks later, I went all the way. I canned 5.5 quarts. I canned my last 4 quarts on October the 4th. It's September the 17th, and I managed to get one more big harvest. But I pulled most of the vines that day. There have been a few lessons learned. Number 1, prune. Number 2, prune. Number 3, prune. Wanted to show you, this is the sucker that you take off, but it's right beside the flower, which is going to be the fruit. So you got to be careful to just get the one that's right in the Y. And number 4, don't plant 30 tomato plants in a tiny front yard. While some container tomatoes did well, most in-ground tomatoes far outperformed those in pots. I'll make sure to have proper plant tags before I seed next year. You can't plant too much borage. Bees adore it. Along with borage, strong aromatics like marigolds and basil help to repel pests, like the tomato hornworm. It's easy to propagate basil, so you always have a fresh supply. These are the droppings of a caterpillar. So if you look directly above, you can often find the culprit. And of course, it's going to get bigger, so you want to discover these before they do real damage to your plants. Predator snails are a beneficial I use every season to keep down the slug and brown snail population. Don't wait for a critter to take a bite out of a ripe tomato. I just give it a gentle squeeze, and if it feels kind of soft, I take it, even if it's a day early. For the first time, I tried my hand at seed saving and found it most rewarding. The success of certain varieties will guide me to what I'm going to plant next year. I will grow heirloom tomatoes, but I won't try to maintain 30 plants. Are you growing heirloom tomatoes? What are your biggest challenges? Please let me know. And please share this episode with friends. I'm Kaye, I'm a late bloomer. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Our grandmother's garden has this problem. There was a rabbit who dug a hole in their backyard, and it went underground all the way to their garden and ate all the food.
What'd you do about it?
I don't know what we did about it.